And yeah, Noto seems to enjoy sending around paladins. And did my stream just drop? That's not great. I'm still here, guys. And Noto, yeah, you didn't miss anything. Sending around paladins. You didn't miss anything. You can just press F5 back, and yeah, it's funny how that happens. It was just a mini drop, nothing too major, guys. Just refresh the browser, indeed. Thanks for everyone who's telling that in the chat. But yeah, well, you're not missing anything too important in this game anyways. Because it is already over. Noto trying to expand a bit more, trying to go for more paladins. He is still playing his heart out, but he's playing pop 140 against, yeah, a combined pop 300 there. So double the pop for the whole ZZ team here against China EMA. And I'm okay, didn't get defeated, no. Well, oh wait, pop 7 villagers, where did he send them? 3 chopping wood over here, 4 over here, losing the market before actually slinging. Oh man. And Janik, well, he's clearing up Noto quite easily here. And so that's not the big thing. Arrow could actually now finish off I am okay. Would be funny, like those 4 villagers taking over those 3. And actually building a defensive tower here, what are we witnessing? That's so weird, villagers now getting sent over, trying to go for the gold. That's so weird, he doesn't even have a market. Now going for 2 archery ranges, what is this? Pop 7 and he's going for 2 archery ranges. Only has 2 houses with a ram actually next to it. That makes no sense at all. And the typical 54-minute trush there against the woodline of a player with pop 7. Yeah, something we pretty much see every day. Noto trying to take another good engagement, but look at that, 125 military here for Janik. And yeah, he can just take beautiful engagements all day long. Noto needs to run back. Very one-dimensional composition there, going on for only paladins. But what could he really go for? He needs teammates. He needs teammates, but his teammates now have pop 8 combined. But whoa, stop it! Whoa! Reboom possible. Straydog, TC, get food income as well. I think he is beautifully set up for the reboom here. Now I'm okay trying to wall this. They're still trying. What the like, it's late for them as well. Why do they try to force this game for so long? Okay, now Noto finally loses all his paladins here in this last engagement. So many plume dodge, and this has to be the GG moment here. Noto has to realize, damn guys, we cannot win this game anymore. But now look at this, he's just retreating, trying to find another angle. It seems like the China EMA sponsor told them, okay, you will get double the prize pool if you win this 1-4-0. And now they're hoping that some enemy is disconnecting or is dying because of like weakness, because they get too old or something like this. And now even pop 6, but 4 skirmishes. And look at that, 3 villagers coming over. So maybe reboom through the middle is an option. And trying to get a lumber camp over here. So let's follow those 3 villagers. It doesn't really matter that Skull is taking on 2 paladins now as well. And that Arrow is losing his main TC. But we want to see how those 3 villagers are doing. Oh, trying to go back, and Janik is missing them. This could be the problem that allows the reboom for red here. Oh god. Oh, that's like, if he's trying to build the lumber camp over there, there could be some army in between. Arrow has lost the same TC 3 times now. Okay, I didn't count. Yeah, that's a pretty big raid here as well. And those 3 villagers, they are the most important thing for me at the moment. Noto trying to regroup. That's a lot of losses for him here. Oh. Pop 2! He's back, guys! He's back! I should play... Oh god, the GG. Out of nowhere. I have no idea why they GG'd. Everything was possible. It was still 3v3 situation. And you had a Spain and Imperial Age. The enemies were in Feudal Age. One of them still in Feudal Age. I have no idea why they GG'd this. Way too early, but well, I'm not their coach. So maybe they had the reasoning for that. GG timing out of nowhere. Red was back onto army. Maybe he felt like he couldn't hold this artillery ranges. What's going? Look at that. 3 production facilities. Still had pop room for 1 more. Stray Dog didn't need to build houses for ages, so his boom was completely unstopped in that regard. Yellow. Strong military 39. Had solid gold income. Look at that. Here he could have gotten gold. That was pretty healthy as well. So I'm really surprised that they tapped this out. Arrow going for the strong 6 kills. And I want to see the timeline, but we will see about that a bit later. I'd love to see a game napped with China EMA. Well, I would organize a show match. Would be interesting for sure. Not reaching feudal, not reaching castle age was Stray Dog and Arrow all game long. All the other 4 players and Imperial. And now let's take a look at the timeline of Purple. Well, he was, and then you don't see it. You don't see it, but it's actually getting bigger here. It's actually getting bigger. Like, isn't there glasses or something? How is it called? Lupe. How is it called in English? In loop. The thing on Windows to make a bigger magnifier. Sweet stuff. Okay, so that's ugly as hell. Not sure if that works at the moment. Can you see? Like purple. Oh god, what is going on here? That's just horrible. Kill me, please. Oh god, I have no idea what's happening and how I can end this. Okay, magnifier. Okay, that's good. So I want to show you full screen. 8 umpires. And now go into magnifier 300. So guys, as you can see over here, purple was coming back. 500 magnifier. As you can see, there was chance. There was still a chance. Look at that, from 1 dot onto 2 dots. So I still don't see the real timing why they GG'd this. But hey, happens. And yeah, timeline of red wasn't great either. Arrow losing his CC several times. Okay. So the 1 pixel grew into 2. Magnifier. Okay. Go into next game. Quicko, I always love your very constructive behavior here. Maybe could have maybe even tripled that eco. Now think of a nice title for this game on YouTube. Nice 40-hour arena game stretched into 1 hour. That's how I would call it. So they launched game number 5. Call it 53-minute trash. Not clickbaity enough. Well, I think if you clickbait, the game should be good as well, right? So, some nearly sellout guys. If you want to see my YouTube channel, I have all the Nationscup games. I also have a recent game of me, Doubt, and Viper against MBL, Leary, and Hart. playing 33 on Arabia, including TeamSpeak, so that should be pretty nice for you guys. And I'm casting a lot of games. I had King of the Hippo there. I will do another tournament coming in 2 weeks. My 44-hour stream there as well. At the moment, you can subscribe for the first time for half the price since it's still September, and you can subscribe for free. That's Twitch Prime. Like Pole Dancer's doing. Hype song, please. We played the hype song before, and I will play the hype song if we go into game number 7.
Millie hype song, yeah.
Okay. That was weird. Newly hype song. Is it maybe cut off or something? I will play the hype song if we go into game number 7 again. But thanks so much, Pole Dancer. Taiwan. And it seems like we might meet each other in January, right? Looking forward to that again. Make sure to bring your camera again, and I'm making sure that I will bring my chocolate face. Kappa Pride. Can you tell us in German what your best pickup line is? Hallo. Are you going there this time, Nili? Yeah. Like last time I knew it like 4 days ahead or something, so that was really tough for me to time. And I had a lot of stuff to do in the upcoming week, though. Influencer, next time we are doing Nomad DM if you're interested. Oh. It's match point and home map for China dance game playing hype song. No, mate. I'm not a sellout. Well, I'm becoming a sellout, but yeah. Oh, T90 official in the house, and you know what's also in the house? Game number 5, the home map of China EMA. First match point denied. Match point 2, 3, and 4 coming up now. So you used to best picked up line on your own father. Yes, I did. Okay, then let's jump into this home map here of China EMA, and they are playing on kind of expected shallow web. Very aggressive map, tough to wall this one, and civilizations are non-mirrored here. We have Arrow, the flanks with Aztecs, their pocket hunt with Janik, and the flank skull with Mongols, so perfect positioning for them here. No more restarts in this game. I'm okay. China EMA's Mayan player. And then we have the pocket Noto again with Aztecs, so probably we'll see some aggression, some forward out of him here. And Stray Dog with the Hans flank. Let's take a look how they will play this out again. I'm expecting complete aggression by China EMA here, going for the full frontal attacks moves, and absolutely expecting a forward by Noto here as well. And Janik shouldn't go for the FC, probably trying to go for some scouts, maybe even trying to go for skirm archer defense like he did on the Arabia game again. Do we see any board steals here so far? Not really. Everyone still kind of at home with their scouts. Janik actually asking or getting asked where his scout is. Oh, I'm hearing a board. No, then he already lost quite a lot of HP here. Oh, scout trying to chase it down. But that's not going to happen. Short distance over here obviously makes it so much easier as well. I'm okay. And Skull seems a bit like he forgot about that villager. Did he not playing national anthems? Yeah, that's my bad. We can play the Chinese national anthem after they win. And yeah, I played another 1v1 for way too long. It was a very good game. Oh, Gotti! One unit down here for, but that's the Eagle Warrior of Green. Killed by Skull. Okay. And let's take a look how they will continue to play this out here. Okay, doesn't need to go for another boar. Actually, sending third villager only now. Could he maybe try to go for the steal there, Skull? Something he isn't doing for now. That's obviously pretty ugly. Not the greatest map for Skull either here. But maybe one defensive tower could do quite a bit. Only now going for the defensive tower. Stray Dog running into the TC. That's pretty ugly for him. And, well... Okay, that felt so weird. So many close scenes here. And that's a lot of sheep here for Nodo. So it seems like he stole 2 as well. Skull with 3 sheep. Yannick with 4. That looks reasonable as well. Okay. Did ZZ win on Fortress? They won on Arena, their map. Oh, trying to go for the walls here is Skull. Doesn't want to get trashed, as it seems, by the man's player. But still, a lot of stone spots available. So, can mine that with at least 4 villagers. No problem at all. Oh, sniping 2 sheep off there. Did get some HP losses though in exchange. Half volley from a TC or something. Nodo still pretty active. I'm expecting to see a forward by Stray Dog as well. Something he's very well known for. 1v1 and team games alike. Danik going for the first farms here. I'm expecting him to go for scouts. How this map looks like. And look at that. For one moment, all the ZZ players with 19 pop or 19 villagers and 20 pop here for the Chinese. And everyone now going for 9 HP. Everyone going for Loom now. Skull up, Janik up. And so they're playing this a bit faster, it seems. Oh, and that looks like a trash. What does it? Getting some villagers over. Yeah, that's a trash. That's a trash if I've ever seen one. Against a guy who isn't on stone yet and has 2 pretty aggressive lumber camps here. Not on gold either. Interesting. Noto now sending villagers to the front. So that's what we're expecting. Stray Dog as well. And I'm okay as well. So triple forward here by China EMA. And seems like Arrow is playing this aggressively as well. That's a bit surprising to me to see the Czech player here without a drush going very aggressively. And Skull, if he can get 2 towers up there, he's in a pretty good spot, I would say. I like the situation for Skull at the moment. Let's take a look. What does Janik see? It's his scout. He's trying to scout for the forward here, or is he? Well, won't really matter. He will just go for scouts anyways. And will be in a fine position there. At least that's what I'm thinking. But more important will be what we'll see. What will I'm okay see. And he is seeing a palisade. But nothing else. Trying to go for an archery range at the front. And that tower will go up and he doesn't have a lot of wood left. Still has 2 full stragglers, so that's good for him. And to send in some villagers as well. That's a tower that doesn't really make a lot of sense. And to take the fight now. 1 villager will go down. Or will he? 2 HP. Skull. Bam. Okay. And that's no wood left here for I'm okay. Pretty efficient tower by Skull. At the same time, skirmishes, well, he shouldn't build that skirmish. I think cancelling that one and building another lumber camp would be the better option. At the other side, we have Arrow going pretty aggressively with his militia. No MLA upgrade so far. And that's a lot of villagers fighting as well. Arrow needs to micro her back. Seems like that's something he can do. And I want to see the MLA upgrade. Now the low HP village actually trying to continue building here. And we hear one spearman over here, but he isn't doing too much. At the same time, Skull outpost rushing himself and is going for more stone at the side, knowing that that stone could be denied. Now sending over more and more villagers, trying to go for the big fight, microing the low HP villager back. Beautiful move so far. At the same time, Janik sees the army over here in the middle And let's take a look how this fight continues here. Only one spearman left. Maybe Jenny could do something. He was focusing down one archer there. That's a good start for him. Double with axe now for arrow. No M&A upgrades, so that will be Skirm, Spear, Aztecs against Huns. Pretty interesting game. At the same time, Noto is trying to wall himself, but didn't finish that. Sneaky stone walls over here, now trying to go for another tower is I'm okay. And so much action all around the map. Killing another villager. Janik is playing a beautiful game here at the moment. Very active, and Noto is not able to do any real pressure. Arrow in a bit of a trouble against Straydog here. Maybe should consider sending 1 or 2 more villagers to the front. Obviously his villagers very hurt now. 1 at 8 HP, needs to micro her back if you ask me. The scouts of Janik could obviously help out so much here, since no one really has spearmen at the moment. Trash isn't continuing over here. Another outpost, and winning the tower war as it seems. His skull. He is behind 4 villagers, but that is the most important thing. Janik now trying to find some damage. Actually, he could squeeze in here. Take a look if Noto will finish those walls. Oh boy, what an unlucky scenario, but I believe those 3 scouts, this won't be too important. Can fight off with all the villagers. Probably get 1 kill and then Janik will leave. Or is he? Well, goes for 2 kills and then leaves. We'll lose 1 scout in exchange. Trying to be a bit more annoying. At the same time, Arrow is doing a good job here. And yeah, one of the very best maps here for China EMA, at least most of the experts would have said, is now going quite nicely into the favor of ZZ. At least what it feels like. Arrow's tower needs to be cancelled. That one won't go up. Now going for town watch, but loses all his army. Look at that. Military count 1 at the moment. Make that 1 with only 9 HP. 6 HP. So pretty ugly spot for him. And doesn't have a defensive tower there as well. So Straydog in a world of trouble. Let's take a look. Janik even going for some skirms now. Will he get that villager? Is thinking better of it. Still 1 spearman out. Janik now even going for fletching, so his skirmishes will be pretty nice here. Oh, that villager will die. Pretty nice stuff here. And now 5 villagers ahead as Janik will grab another archer for himself. What a beautiful move. And now focusing on the spearman. Janik is just outplaying Noto here. Not 100% sure why they're moving so weirdly. And yeah, a lot of weird, unpolite chattings going on. And let's take a look at how this continues. I'm okay, kind of stabilizing now. I won't get onto that stone spot either. Still, having that stone is so nice for Skull. Blocking one of the gold spots, but still other gold spots available in the back. Skirmishers without any attack upgrades, obviously only doing 1 damage here against the villagers, so that isn't the greatest efficiency ever. Oh, that tower, how did that tower get up? So unfortunate here for Arrow, but maybe could get sniped down. Janik scout going into the wrong direction, and maybe if he pulls villagers fast enough, he can still do something. Crazy ball over here. There's an option to see some towers from Skull over here. I'm not sure yet. I love how everyone is building lots of outposts on this map. Obviously map vision, super important. Archers now coming over, and they could do a lot against Skull if it wasn't for those 2 defensive towers. And we see, well, Green trying to go for something now. Skull going for fletching, and now he's having so many defensive towers that he's super safe. But that should actually mean that Janik should be pretty open. Maybe needs to go for some villagers on stone as well to get more defensive towers up, because 1 only won't be enough. See Arrow now being forced to go for the very aggressive wood here. And now the archer's coming over, and that's what I said. Oh, and Janik, he was trying to help out, but well, not in time. And now missed all the army of yellow. Was now coming in. Could maybe be some losses, but look at the resources. Already pretty solid here for Janik. to look towards Castle Age as well. And now, nice clear up here against green, so that's good for him. We'll lose one villager, yes, but that's some loss that he will accept. Now going for stone. As I said, would have loved to see it a bit earlier, but still pretty reasonable. Scout's now clearing up the last archer, and then it's much easier against the skirmishes as well. The scout will kill the tower of Noto. Will take some time, but eventually will do it. Actually, nice sneaky tower here of Skull as well. And now defensive tower by I'm okay here. Skull trying to tower himself forward, but will get denied in that regard. Janik, first one up to Castle Age. Oops, what do we see here? Oh, another tower with some skirmishes, and Janik now kind of flanking him. Some skirmishes left hand side with 2 archers, and some skirmishes from the right hand side. So he will clear this up quite nicely. Not the greatest damage output so far, but still gets the job done. Sends even more, 3 more skirmishes. That's a bit of an overkill, but that's what happened. Something we didn't see for quite some time was the action over here, straight up against Arrow. And seems like 7 military against 24. The advantage is still on the side here for Arrow, but he needs to make something happen pretty soon because... Oh no, I thought straight up was up, but no, he is not. But he is trying to probably. Going for the blacksmith now. What are we seeing here? Some scouts and an axe here at the front from Skull. Maybe saying, oh, I could use 2 knights over here. Noto losing those archers over here, the archers at this front as well, and now sending more to the left hand side. And now we see actually some axes from Janik at the base of Noto. So take a look how he will try to continue here. Now some skirmishes around. Could maybe kill all this if I'm okay. The axes are correct there. Nice team play. And yeah, now adding another stable, going for bow sword. Should have most of the upgrades. And oh god, that's a big army here of Arrow. And he could use any help. Oh, and Noto now coming over. That's pretty ugly. And Arrow, he will lose quite a lot of villagers. Oh, look at the villager count. 7 I didn't take care of for quite some time. And China May, they're heavily in the advantage. Obviously, Janik still in Castle Age, so that might be... Oh boy, but that's a pretty weak eco for him. And... Oh god, okay, well Noto is losing all his archers now. He's up to Castle Age, and then he could maybe start something like monk push in the middle, which would be pretty deadly against Janik. But we'll see about that. I'm trying to get another tower up, but I'm okay. He's building the defensive tower. Still pretty intense over here. All 4 flanks in feudal late. But Janik now clearing up what Stray Dog had here. Will kill some more villagers, so that's a good win for them back. So I'm okay. Nice amount of villagers here. Was pretty safe after he built all these defensive towers. Had some aggression, but never lost too much here. Going for another GC is Janik. Let's take a look how this continues. And finally the kill of that one villager. I showed him like 15 times. Oh, and now Arrow is slinging you. So another sling here in game number 5 as well. After we have seen slinging in quite a lot of games already. They're continuing with their pattern. What is Skull doing? Knights not coming over. Actually, too many knights. 1/4+2 defense. And oh, getting some raids in here, but against 3 towers up, villagers and all of them, that won't do too much. I believe a bit more slinging wouldn't be bad. A bit more booming. And indeed, he's going for 3 TCs, so I like this decision. Killed a lot of villagers at the front here. And now I'd say villagers look a bit more even. But that's mainly because yeah, soon we will have three players of China EMA in Castle Age. Oh, let's take a look. Maybe get one more villager kill. Not really. Error, can he get one more kill? Well, he's getting outnumbered here heavily, so that won't be the greatest fight he will ever take. That's tower against tower, close to a TC. I'm not sure if Skull should really go for that. But yeah, Janik is just going for the big killing everywhere. And could he maybe add a third stable? Would be an option. Botkin arrow for him. That's something questionable, I would say. But he feels like he still has enough skirmishes left. Now trying to go for the big raids against Noto. Doesn't want to get the monk rush into his face. So he feels like, okay, if I do enough damage against him at home, I should be fine. Arrow again, doing a great job of moving around his villagers and not losing them. Something he already has shown in game number 1 here. And well, it's overchopped at the left hand side as well, trying to ward the right hand side against the overchopping. But well, now warding that as well. So nice awareness. But so many villagers idle now, trying to get another TC up over here. At the moment, look at that, 43 villagers and yeah, roughly a third of them idle at the same time, still very active over here is Janik. And he was controlling 5 groups before, and at the moment it feels like he's all over the map again, trying to get more kills here. And he's idling the eco of Noto so heavily and gets more and more kills. He's looking at 62 villagers now. Big advantage here for our ZZ team, I would say. Now adding more stables. Look at that. He was starting to boom a bit and now going up to the 5 stable tag. Skull, what is he doing? Now rushing out of market. Feels like he could be slinging as well. And Janik will just go for the mass knight approach. I'm okay, we'll have a defensive castle, so that's good for him. We'll see Noto going for the defensive monks, so that's good for him. Shredok, yeah, some defensive towers. But we'll see about that. Okay, Skull was only doing the market to buy himself up to Castle Age, as it seems. Now we're looking for stables now. Interesting stuff. After the pocket position is already going for the stables. To see him now switching as well. It's quite surprising to me. Take a look, Stray Dog trying to raid against Arrow, fighting under 2 towers with a lot of arrows flying. But yeah, not a lot of stuff really doing the damage here. Oh god, Noto now going for the very late eco upgrades here. Look at that, first wood upgrade, first farm upgrade at minute 33. That's just horribly late. Bloodlines and +1 defense. That's surprising to me. I believe that's not the right decision. Oh, but he's sneaking them around here. Wow. Let me take a look. Does Janik have... No, he doesn't have cartography. Would love to see some cartography upgrades or a cartography upgrade here. Oh god, could take those villagers out, but was missing it. And then we'll see Skull going for the full attack against Yellow. That's so surprising. The guy who already has defensive monks out as well. Janik in full control, 78 villagers, 3 TCs up and running. Would love to see him. Well, what is he doing? He's going in now. Interesting. Missing University or Siege Workshop. That's why he's queuing up one more round. You saw he had the resource, wanted to click. Now he's queuing up another round of knights and is going for the University. Trying to go for some more raids at the side here. And we'll see the big attack of Teal towards the middle. At the same time, Blue trying to tower himself up. Looks pretty solid here. Having 6 defensive towers, most of his units around there. That's pretty exposed, but that's okay. Janik now up. +1/+2 with bloodlines, 5 stables, and he will just raid like a madman. And I believe this could be also the GG timing when he gets into Imperial Age, because he will have most likely lots of cavaliers left at that, or knights left at that point. to upgrade them to Cavaliers. At the moment he's looking at 23 military. That's not too great, but 87 villagers as well. Now trying to go for more raids against Yellow, idling his eco completely again. Didn't get a single convert against him here. And Stray Dog now trying to return with some raids, but without the +2 defense, those arrows still doing quite a reasonable amount of damage. Noto now on the way on Imperial Age as well. Did he get a sling? Maybe? Was that him playing this alone? I don't really see who could sling him, so going for the barracks. That's a lot of knights now, and Noto should see that coming. Interesting stuff. Let's quickly see, is he getting slung? No. No sling for Noto. At the moment he's looking at 3 military, 2 converted knights and 1 monk. Not a lot of eco for him. 73 villagers compared to the 93 of Janik. Military count is a big difference though. Or the main most important difference. Oh god, that's a castle in a very beautiful spot here. 3 towers around, but that will block the gold spot here. Yeah, they will lose some villagers, but then all the knights will go down as well. At the same time we see Skull. He should be pushing in the back, and indeed he's going for the main TC against I'm okay. So that's an interesting trade, an eye for an eye as it seems. The aggressive castle will go up, but he will lose his starting TC in exchange. That will be a lot of dead villagers for sure. Cavalier upgrade is coming up, the +4 as well. Something we are absolutely expecting out of Janik here. And now trying to go back. Yeah, I'm okay has 2 castles up, so he cannot get defeated. 4 towers here as well, but that's a lot of dead villagers for him, dropping down to clearly under 60 villagers. More cavaliers around the corner here as well. Now going for all the towers, going for the houses, monastery, not 100% sure, but I believe his push is kind of ending there as well, so I can understand that. The problem is now Noto. His eco is set up to go for elite eagle warriors, but against a guy who's already going for mass cavaliers. Not too sure. Not too sure. Janik finally going for cartography, and now he will go for the one big attack against Yellow, and I don't really see Yellow holding this. Let's take a look. I believe Skull should send everything over as well. They should go for this one big push against Yellow, trying to kill all his villagers, all his eagle warriors before he can mash them up. At the moment, not a single upgrade on them. Arrows, sling continues. And now they're coming over. +4/+4 in roughly 1.5 minutes. And now a lot of villagers will go down. Look at that, pop 90, 73 villagers, and let's see how this will be and if this game will continue. This could be the final deciding raid here. He's sending over so many cavaliers at all points. Nice wall here by Noto, knowing of the danger of all the raids. But at this front he's not really winning. This front here at the TC is not really winning. More raids coming over the left hand side. The stream of cavaliers is continuing. Now even clicking paladins, and there are more cavaliers coming over. I believe Noto, he needs to realize, damn, I cannot hold this situation. At the same time green is kind of cornered. Yep, purple is in a better position than our player in blue. But Noto, he has to be out. Look at that, 66 villagers only now, trying to desperately switch onto pikemen, but paladin upgrade is on the way. That TC is going up and instantly going down, so was it really up is the philosophical question here. And look at that, 53 villagers and 48 of them idle. Noto is out of this game. This paladin push continues. He's sending more and more villagers to the middle here. Janik trying to expand, trying to get more gold. At the same time, purple, yeah, he's somewhat booming, but he is getting raided as well. And Noto, he could lose his starting TC here. Arrow going for the casual horse color at 44 minutes. And yeah, the only hope is that the pockets are still a bit ahead, but they are getting raided as well. Nice reaction timing there, and Janik now knows, okay, I did a lot of damage. Let's go over, let's go and finish. I am okay here. Did Teal maybe prepare some rams? No, he's getting ram pushed himself, trying to micro a bit more. Trying to repair the TC here and trying to kill the plumed archers, but we will lose all the knights. That's obviously a lot of damage here. And now all the paladins are coming over, and green won't be happy about that. Maybe he is trying to say like, guys, what can we really do over here? And they can't do much. When is a good time to call GG? I think this one could be, or maybe after Yellow lost all his eco here. Maybe he felt, okay, we are still having chances here, but I'm okay. Now getting ram pushed as well by Skull. Exactly what I wanted to see. All the blue archers are going down. I'm okay. Look at that. The highest pop over here is pop 74, and that's dropping as well. On the other side, we have Janik, pop 200. He is close to having the same pop like all China EMA, and they're taking the 3-2, and they are after going down 3-0, taking down the series into yeah, at least the 6th map here. Over 60 paladins here for Janik, and they're instantly launching the next game. Guys, what an interesting performance. Janik is the madman here, and he can really put on all the resources on the map. Nice, convincing game. And the next map will be Crater Lake. Another good map for China EMA, I would say, but also a nice strategic one. Sling is an option here again. Beautiful KD by Janik. Also not doing the damage, and yeah, that's a problem with that 6. Very one-dimensional here. And going for the forward, Janik knew it and had the perfect defense. Beautiful game there by Janik all along. Getting so many kills against Yellow, then safe at home, skirmishes all around, helping his teammates, early transition into knights, getting all the upgrades, booming as well, then getting into Imperial Age when he had the time to go for it. And yeah, I like that quite a bit. Okay, game number 6 will be Crater Lake. As you can see, hidden picked civilization again. So I'm expecting something like Hans, Mongols, Mayans again. This is the best of 7 indeed. I don't think the plan was to sling in the beginning though. I don't think so either. But they adapted to it. I will take a small bathroom break, guys. I hope you will stay tuned, because this series isn't over yet. Game number 7, Crater Lake. Game number 8 could be Regicide Fortress. Nearly drinking water, what happened? I'm all out of sugar water. I could drink like real sugar water now. I have some ginger ale. And it's Sunday. I couldn't go buy grocery shopping, but I will buy endless amounts, because I soon have 2 weeks of free time. And so I will drink endless amount of my typical things. So I will be back in roughly 2 or 3 minutes, guys. I will play you, since so many asked for it, another Age of Empires song. Not the hype song, but you asked so nicely.
Holzer. Fisky mother. Wait for my number mother. Wait for my number mother. Fisky mother.
Fight!
Guys, I seriously think the drops are only Twitch problems, because I never drop in between games, and I always drop when I have like the highest amount of viewers. So I think they cannot like handle so many people watching the stream or something, like the data going through. So weird, because like my output is always the same. It feels so weird, and it feels so bad as well, especially for the 44-hour stream to come up. So I hate to see as many drops as on King of the Hippo. If I have them as often, it would be really bad. But I would get a lot of new views. Could be PC related. It seems to be when there are a lot of units on the field too, right? Well, but I'm not processing that, right? Well, no, it's Age of Empires 2. Like I have like 12k benchmark T90, so that can't be it. And it's like never when I play as well. If I play like 4v4s, that never happens. Only when I stream. Well, never mind. Let's jump into game number 6 here on Crater Lake. We have Arrow with the Mayans pocket, no chance for a restart. We have Skull with the Mongols flank, Janik Hans flank, and we have Mayans for MOK. Their pocket will be Mongols Noto and Hans for Stray Dog. So better positioning here, and especially on that map, way better positioning for China EMA. Yeah, the Viper's dropping as well. He has an endlessly good PC. Is it maybe seriously that Twitch isn't, like, they're splitting bandwidth for different stuff? For example, if you aren't partnered, you get less bandwidth. And is it like maybe they aren't giving enough to the game? Some people had that theory. It's so weird. When I play, I don't drop. When I cast, I tend to drop sometimes. For me, it's more ISP than you, though. I'm pretty sure it's not my ISP, because I never have any internet problems whatsoever. Mamp is not the only one not dropping. Well, maybe it's just Mampac's plan. And I had like other streams where it went like 10 hours straight. Well, I have no idea. But why would they downgrade? Because in the old days I had like 1k viewers and everything was fine as well. Whoops, not the greatest spore lure here. Okay, 2 boars on those sides, 2 boars here, 2 boars here, so no boar steal to war that I could have missed. Yeah, Mem does not drop. That's so weird. Has to be Mampac's, right? Let me close my Skype a bit more often as well. Because like, well, that's maybe just the scaredness of a poker player, but like Skype is very easy to hack. So whenever you play a big poker game, you should never have, or like if you ever do anything important on your PC and people know it. I heard that putting Skype on isn't that great because you can get DDoSed. Same Twitch server you choose. Well, I had switched Twitch server now from Frankfurt to Berlin. I always streamed on Frankfurt, had no problems. Then I had so many drops and now switching to Berlin. Let's see about that. Well, I dropped once today, so we will see. Skull up, Noto up, so our 2 Mongol players. And we would love to see of them. Closing Skype sound is so sad. Oh. Yeah, well, Miguel, probably we have different PCs. Or maybe like different internet. Like my internet is solid, my PC should be solid, at least for like the quality that I'm streaming. Like I'm only doing 30 FPS, 1080p. In the old days I was doing 1440p. So, like my big monitor as well. Maybe, yeah, the issue, like the regional code, that more people are streaming on one server and not a lot of people from Spain are streaming. That's maybe true. So maybe I should move to the suburbs. Or maybe to another country. Like, I will move to North Korea and stream from there. Or like Vatican City. Or Bhutan. Something. Oh, error. Sending 2 villagers only for forward. That's not a lot. And now sending some villagers on gold. So for everyone who doesn't know the map, Crater Lake is basically Arabia. So very open map. But you only have a lot of small gold spots. And in the crater in the middle, there are all the big gold spots that you're trying to fight for. I heard in North Korea all subs are free. Ooh. Raydog losing a scout. Well, we're giving some silence to T90 jokes. And barracks now. I'm okay coming around to this militia. But seems like Janik will wall those quite nicely. Is the center always visible? It's not. That's El Dorado. This is Crater Lake. You have to scout this. El Dorado is the one. Going aggressively over here is Janik as well. This Hans even going for the EMA upgrade. Something that I'm okay cannot go for just yet because he played this rush a bit earlier. Skull pretty active now in the middle here as well. What is he going for? Archer range is still in between both players. Noto is going for scouts as we have seen quite early in this game. Oh, EMA now getting through. Getting some hits from the TC. Not really. And oh god, they're squeezing in there nicely. And that will be at least one dead villager. Yeah. So nice start here for Janik against I'm okay, who isn't that okay at the moment. Defensive tower here by Arrow. Not 100% sure if I like that one that early. But yeah, well, protecting the gold, protecting the berries at least somewhat. Now another engagement over here, and that's another good start for the ZZ guys, I have to say. Look at that, 4 kills, only 1 loss for them. And they might even get this one to my hits. Not going for it. Okay. Lots of big walls here by Skull. Quite surprising to me. Quite big walls. Very surprising to me. Defensive skirmisher here by Janik needs to get micro. Not the greatest farm placement by Janik, I have to say. Maybe now going for some archers. Could be a nice addition. Is he switching on to stone? Well, he has 2 villagers in stone for the EMA from before. See how many he's going for now, and that's another engagement here against Noto, and he will probably lose that one villager. Let's take a look. Spearman trying to get microed a bit, and the scouts are coming over from Skull. What a beautiful team play here, and yeah, that's just very, very nice here in Skull. I think they should get at least 1 or 2 villagers. It seems like maybe none, maybe 1 only. Oh god, this could have been so much worse. I'm trying to go for some quick walls here. Skull even going for the early wheelbarrow here at pop 29. Something we don't see too early. And yeah, is that looking pretty strong to take this advantage here. Defensive tower. I still believe like over here would have been a better placement. But it's enough, it's enough. Or is it? This one villager will die. Pretty ugly for her. And the aggression continues, sending all those villagers back, and they're low HP, so that was horrible. Losing an additional 2. Ay, 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 ay. And Skull is somewhat prepared here as well. Going for 2 archery ranges now. And that's what I said, the tower not really protecting the gold. I'm trying to go for another defensive tower. Ay, ay, ay. Doesn't feel that great. Doesn't have fletching either. First one fletching is Janik here against I'm okay. 2 archer ranges against 2 archer ranges, and he has a nice amount of archers as well. Even going for the +1 defense. Defensive wood here, helping him out quite a bit. What are those walls? Oh man. Okay, Nice walls overall. So Noto is fine for now. Let's take a look. Probably now the time to switch over onto Stray Dog. He's getting cleared up here. I'm okay, finally going for fletching as well. Janik needs to run, has way too many archers against all the skirmishes of I'm okay. Probably cannot really take any engagement. The big question is now, should he switch onto archers, onto scouts, or should he just try to avoid any fights and go over to another player? Stray Dog fearing the next double around the corner and is building another defensive tower, something I absolutely love. Oh, and Skull sees all the archers here of Stray Dog and knows that more could come over to Arrow, who's now going for fletching himself. Another aggressive tower. Should be a good one. And let's say it's set off. Oh, and Janik decides to go for the skirm defense and the archer sneak around. Not 100% sure how efficient that will be. Will be very close to the TC. Oh, maybe going for the middle now already. That's an interesting situation. Obviously yellow losing that gold spot, and where is his other one? Are we only playing with one gold spot? Okay, then it's obviously even worse for him. Now trying to go for the middle, Skull trying to go for some kills. Noto scaring him away. Where is all the army? Blue isn't using his army to full potential here. Noto now getting the defensive tower in the middle up, so that's good for him. Archers, maybe they can snipe one villager, but maybe not even that. Arrow, very late when it comes to getting to Castle Age. Skull now has a nice group of army and could maybe try to go over somewhere. The most important thing will be the middle control, and I'm okay. We'll clear up all of Janik's archers if he isn't taking care, and he is already pretty close. Actually, he gets out there without any losses, so that's a good start for him. Very open game, I have to say. But now it all comes down to the transition towards the middle. Look at that. We're running pretty dry at home here, even. And that's just too much army being sent back here by Skull. He just needs to send like 4 skirmishers, would have been enough to clear up all the 6 archers and try to be aggressive at the front. And let's just jump through all our players. Arrow at the moment, not a lot of food. Noto will click up any second once he gets all the gold here in the middle. He has a nice protected eco. Wants to get the blacksmiths up. We'll probably get it. Should send the villager back. Oh, needs to send more full HP villagers to the front. She is 1 HP and is dying. And that one will finish the blacksmith without losing his life. Stray Dog could click up any second. He's doing that now. We see green in a good spot. Janik not so much, but he's already 20%. That makes sense. Skull will click up as well. So pretty even, I would say. Skull now sending everything back at home. Would love to see him just delete his front walls to get in a bit earlier. And should lose the archers here one by one. Uh-oh. Is there a good list with the best team game maps 3v3? Well, heavily depends on what you like. Most played map is probably Arabia, giving us the most entertaining games over years. I'm personally a big fan of a mix of land and water. So types like Mediterranean, continental, or windmill maps. Most boring are probably the ones that only focus on water, like islands. And that will be a pretty big clear up here, I think. Let's take a look at the upgrades with Noto. Archers should focus on the scouts and skirmishers should focus on the archers. That was a nice clear up without any losses for him whatsoever. Pikeman will take care of the scout. Tower will take care of the last archer. And this looks pretty good for ZZ again. But Janik, he needs to fight off all those here. He's now going for the +1 defense. So he will go for knights against I'm okay. Who? Let's take a look. Oh, Actually got some raids in here at the back. How heavily is on the stone? I want to see if he can go for plumes. Not really. But now the transition into the middle needs to be the most important thing. Straight up going for the +2 defense here for his knights. And he will go for the big push. Noto will secure the middle for himself with a TC. And Arrow, a horrible mining camp if you ask me. We'll try to go on stone here as well. Janik, he has a nice chance of getting a TC up, actually, and still controlling the middle gold quite reasonably well. Something we don't see too often. I'd love to see a gate here at the front as well, so that he can reinforce a bit earlier and easier. We don't have the greatest food eco as it seems. Cannot go into botcan arrows. Upgrade that would certainly help. Bloodlines now for Straydog. And he was trying to push over at the left hand side now, having +2 defense. Skull absolutely needs a gate over here. That's just ridiculous what he's doing. Okay, now the attack, and oh, that will be interesting. Skull needs to pull his villagers. The army is still far off, and yeah, he could have run there several times before. Now his knights, one upgrade behind. Arrow up to Castle Age. Let's take a look what Noto can do. Saving the villager is pretty important, and that's what he will do. Getting TCs up in the middle seems to be what players are trying to go for. Oh, that's a nice raid. And seems like, yeah, Skull will win this fight. But yeah, the TC isn't helping out too much. Actually, it feels like 4 against 3 straight up could have won with one better upgrade, even fighting under the TC. And that could still be up here. Open, I mean. Not 100% sure. I'm just trying to squeeze in, trying to get 1 or 2 more villagers. Could get one if he focused correctly. Trying to get the house up, not in time. Knights are squeezing in. Now they created basically an arena of death for themselves. But only, looks like only 2 or 1 villager will go down. Spearmen trying to even fight down against the knights. And Arrow now can upgrade all his army and is building a siege workshop. Maybe a chance for him to go over and attack green quite a bit as well. Who has a nice amount of crossbows as well. Arrow needs to go towards the middle, but he is Mayan, so he has more gold overall at home. And oh god, I just thought this could be the biggest slaughter of all times. But yeah, those are all knights of yellow. And let's take a look. Straydog, well, that's a good fight for him, especially because Skull doesn't have the +2 attack even. So every arrow does basically 1 damage here. Yeah, that isn't really efficient. Where is Janik with all his knights? And this time he cannot go for the Imperial transition. I think he needs to go for full knight aggression. Most of the games on Crater Lake are decided in mid to late Castle Age here. Who has more crossbows, knights, and maybe even some castles. Overall villagers, pretty even. Small advantage here. Very even. Let's just call it even, guys. Camel transition is something I like against the Huns here. He is safe at home, now trying to go for more stone. And this looks like Arrow can maybe get a castle up in the middle. And this could be pretty nice for them. Double knights and 1 player who goes for, what, 1 knight, 1 camel, and 1 player going for plumed archers. Could be pretty nice for them. And oh, Arrow actually pushing in there. Not much more aggression. Straight up now building a tower, but pretty far off. Skull trying to go for an outpost to see what's actually happening here. Oh, Arrow. That's a castle that could have been a bit more aggressive if you ask me. But well, he didn't want to build a doubt castle, so I can see the argument, but still not protecting any of the gold spots. Just over here would have been so much better. Just protecting the... He should have known that Skull. That's poor team communication. That he didn't build that castle a bit further forward. So what is Janik doing now? Trying to go for some micro mangle against mangle. That looks like an aggressive cast here by IMOK. And that's a solid one. Okay, getting 1 kill. Now needs to get the repair in. And seems like he can. That's pretty sweet for him. Skull now coming over. Let's take a look. Can they maybe force this down? Needs to focus on the mangonel first, then skirmishes and the mangonel of Janik. Maybe they can take a good engagement. Next mangonel coming over. This could be a very clutch moment. Let's take a look. Mangonel number 1 shot, and he is forcing the villagers back. The big problem is some converts against the knights, and that knight of IMOK is now doing so much damage here. And no real answer. Look at that. Only skirmishes and mangonels out, and that's all getting killed by the one single knight of IMOK that once belonged to Janik. Now trying to get another tower up here, and that was Janik with a very, very clutch moment. At the other side we see another defensive castle here by Skull, trying to protect all his gold spots. Arrow in a pretty good spot as well. And IMOK is up to Imperial Age. Wow, I didn't see that coming. He's at 57 villagers though. So if he doesn't get the big sling, that won't really matter too much here. He isn't at the gold at all, completely out of it at the start base. So yeah, his Imperial Age timing without a sling was absolutely nothing. And it looks like Stray Dog won't be slinging. And I would be surprised if the Mongols pocket player switches into a sling as well here. Angle shot, getting reasonable damage. Huh. What is the plan of IMOK? Makes very little sense. Soon has enough stone for another attack, and that's why I said a gate, not a delete of the palisade wall. Where are all the camels of Skull? He only has 12 military. And that will be pretty tough for him. A big raid coming in. Heavily on gold though. Okay, that one is pretty much safe. Can build another castle over here and then crawl himself back and open the other one. So that's okay, I would say. Oh, Skull in some troubles here and losing a lot of... Okay, he has some camels over here. Janik at the same time trying to get some raids with the skirmishers, but Mangonel shot number 1 and Mangonel shot number 2 clearing up most of the skirmishers after Mangonel shot number 3 is now clearing up the rest. Close to. Okay, Janik. Pretty solid eco, 84 villagers here, Stray Dog at 86. And let's take a look what he can do. He's just fighting off against all the camels. Mangonel is doing Castle Age, not really the most important thing. And it's still, we have a Mayans player without a single gold income. Now trying to build the other castle, so that's good. But, well, Janik is still around. Not having the greatest upgrades though. +1/+1 without bloodlines. Let's take a look. Maybe another Mangonel could come out. Indeed, it's around the corner. And I'm okay. Again, needs to run with villagers. Oh boy, that's just so horrible for him. So he's really throwing the game over there. And at the same time, maybe Arrow can do something. He should be pretty heavily on gold. He's getting another castle up. Skull actually on the way to Imperial Age. And way less Castle Age aggression than I would have normally expected out of those players. And Janik, why is he not getting more upgrades? I'd love to see him play this way more aggressively than what the players are actually playing this year. Arrow going for mass plumed archers. Trade is something that we will really take not into consideration in this game, because it's all about the gold control in the middle. You have so much gold, and yeah, if you just control this, you're in a fine position anyways. Mangonel's now in heavy danger. I'm okay going for Arbalest, but still, he doesn't have a single villager towards the middle. Okay, that's another castle that could probably go up. But that's still 2 Mangonels around. And yeah, that will go up, but maybe under heavy villager losses. Let's take a look. Mangonel shot number 1. And the archers are around. Can he get more shots? Oh god. And this is the third castle. I'm okay going for the complete Titanic here. At the other side, let's take a look. Oh god, Skull will lose that castle for sure. Needs to pull all the villagers, but he doesn't have enough camels. They need a better answer to all the knights. I love that he went for so many camels. I'm not sure why he's going for so many Mangudais if his pocket is going for plumed archers in the first place. Now Error, he can do something only. Now going for Beer Barrel. So basically every game we see him missing an upgrade here for quite some time. Mangudais. They need to micro a bit better. He needs to have the walls up over here as well. Maybe he thinks if I can get you into elite Mangudais the game is over, and yeah, it would be. But well, Noto is having the same idea. And his eco is looking pretty strong as well. 93 villagers compared to the only 77 of Skull here. And this castle could be going down. Oh boy, what a throw by I Am Okay in this game, and he's second in points, we have to remember that as well. Knight still around. Skull finally going for Bracer and Chemistry. Stray Dog up to Imperial Age. Only one castle here for Skull. Okay, I believe this castle finally will go up here for I Am Okay. And Janik is now close to getting Imperial Age as well. And that will be earlier than Stray Dog. Where are all the Mangudais of Skull? Pretty high when it comes to the resources. And he has armies spread around everywhere as it seems. Still trying to defend against all the raidings. Now getting a lot of traps out is the most important thing. Raiding some against the gold. Points. Pretty neck and neck, guys, here in game number 6. Silver League Finals. Czech Republic against China EMA. Basically the third China teams after the other two China teams finished, I believe, top 5? I believe so. And now that's a big engagement just shortly before all the upgrades are kicking in. That's a weird timing. Normally something I wouldn't advise to go for. But the most important thing is that really Arrow is controlling the middle here. They will get another castle up here. So it's basically now all hopes onto Stray Dog, getting onto Cavaliers, and Noto getting onto Elite Mangudais, which he's taking now to fight off. And he's already getting Mangudais over here. So the raid of Janik will somewhat be stopped. Castle focusing down the Mangon on there, beautiful stuff, but he doesn't get the extra damage here against his Arbalest. Plumed Archers now trying to raid on the gold spots here. And I'm okay, finally, for the first time in the game, getting onto gold. Okay, some night raids, not really important. Those raids are way stronger. Pop 70 for I Am Not Okay. Mangonel could get sniped, and now Janik could just focus on the middle as well. And then if they have buffer in front of their Mangudais and Elite Plumed Archers, they can take all the engagements they want. So a lot of gold to be gained, so that's not what will decide the game. But actually, well, Stray Dog somewhat out of it. Getting raided over here, and now only has gold over here. And Arrow building another castle, and that's a very controlling one. Probably not a one that he can save all game long, because it's like in the crater. But still feel like it could be pretty good. But most important thing is that Noto gets onto mass elite Mangudais. At the moment, military count 16. That's not enough to really have a competitive army. Stray Dog being around the 36 army though. And he will have all the upgrades. And Janik, I believe he needs to help out in the middle now. Arrow is retreating. At the moment, Stray Dog, I believe, not having any gold income. That's all blocked. All blocked. Still no elite Mangudais for Skull. He's getting all the upgrades around it. Stray Dog actually even going for paladins already. Interesting stuff. Skull came over with some Mangudais. I believe they completely need to go for the middle now. Stray Dog freeing his gold spot. Or freeing the gold spot of yellow. Oh god, they only have like 3 mines at the moment. Against like 15-20 mines of ZZ. They are in full control to take it into game number 7 here. After being down 3-0. Skull, elite Mangolize, finally. He is at 30 military as well. I believe it's looking pretty damn good for them. I believe they will just wait for the Paladin upgrade and then we'll try to take one big engagement. Janik needs to send over. He needs to send his buffer. He's continuing to try and push against I'm okay, which isn't the right choice if you ask me. Now trying to go for the kills against the castles. At the moment only 3 castles here for our Mongols player. If he's losing all his castles, obviously the Mongols player was basically nothing without his elite Mangolize. And now they're taking the big engagement. They're taking the big fight. Janik is not over here. He's trying to go for the big raid. So the fight probably will go in favor of China EMA here. They are trying to run back. Skull is trying to not lose all his Mangolize, but at the same time, a big raid into all the gold line here. And that is one of the most important mines here for them. Janik is getting all the upgrades. Skull trying to fight this. Arrow will lose this castle as I said before, but they are falling back. They are doing lots of damage against all the paladins here. Straight up now splitting up from Noto. He is fighting here at the left hand side and he is still doing quite nice damage, but so many arrows in the air. Look at that, fighting under 4 castles against roughly 80 units that are throwing over some arrows, something he doesn't want to see happening. And Noto now combining forces again with Straydog, who's now switching into Lightcraft, not even Hussars, because he's so much out of gold and trying to go for this. But oh boy, Janik came over and got the raids in. What a beautiful move. Still super active, and if you just look at overall populations, this looks so much better here as well. Janik now going for the popularity and 90 close to, needs to retreat here. Skull, so is Arrow, who's losing a lot. Arrow is losing a lot here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's just horrible for him, and he needs to hold on to that castle. But that was another 50 improved archers going down there. Harmony is now coming over, but very heavily under upgraded. Can Noto and Straydog maybe still pull it back? I'm okay is still pushing at the right hand side, but Janik is pushing him back. He's still going for mass paladins, and now the Rampage is coming in. At the moment, it's still a chance here for China EMA. They're still on their gold spot. Straydog can maybe get onto another gold spot as well. He's now switching on to skirmishes and the defense upgrade. That's a very bad side, but he is also attacking at the other side. And maybe if they can cut off the rest of Skull's eco, just having gold isn't the most important thing. Janik now even starting the trade here. Look at that. Caravans and coinage. Wants to see Skull going for the trade as well. We can see Straydog is setting everything up as well. But most important thing, as we said several times, is the pocket here and what's happening in the middle. So much gold to be gained. Noto overextending a bit now. Where's all of Janik's army? Finally, this castle is going down. Wants to see some production out of here. So yeah, they need to clear this up before they can even start trading. Now some nice raids here against Janik. Points still pretty close. Noto needs to carry. He needs to carry hard. Whew. What an intense game here. Czech not having any siege units. That's so true. Nice observation there, Tom. But Mangodar is dealing with the siege for now, and now all the paladins are coming over, and there's no real answer to that. I believe now they can push. If they have like 2-3 traps out now, they could go for another attempt to kill all the castles here of Noto. And now, as you can see, ZZ is pushing in with 3 solid armies here, killing trap after trap. And Straydog trying to go for another attempt of getting his gold denied. Janik feels like he can waste a lot of paladins here against the Mangodais. It would be against the hill, and probably some more siege would be better. Okay. One trap now, and as you can see, Janik doesn't really want to fight that army. That's why we see Arrow sending everything over, but he is still fighting without chemistry and without the +4 defense, so missing at least 2 upgrades there. Skull now running around trying to take the hill advantage here. Not sure about that. What are they trying to do? Is Janik trying to go for the big raid? Well... Noto has so many mango dice. Now Mass Harbiers of Arrow are coming over. They won't really do too much. Noto can just run around so much easier. At the same time, raiding the gold again, now controlling all the wood. You can see Janik even going for the wood line at the front here. Just trying to confuse them a bit more. Small pause here, but this looks pretty good for the Z to maybe force it into a game number 7 here. And a lot of people are spamming the chat like, oh god, China EMA is so strong. They could beat Argentina A. Why are they here in Silver League? It's such an easy win. And guys, at the moment, I would call no one crazy to say who's saying that is actually the favorite to take the whole Silver League from here, because they have a small advantage here, and I believe they're in a pretty good scenario when it comes to Regicide Fortress here as well. Trade has started now. I'm okay trying to go for it as well, but so many losses over here. Trying to go for more stables. Skull has a nice amount of paladins, even taking to SO now as Skull. Okay, Noto has no more chances. I'm okay going for Mass Halberdiers. And well, then it's getting more and more tricky for Noto to take any engagements at all. What we're seeing here, units now working quite fast. Arrow still missing upgrades. Going for Eldorado and Eagles. That's interesting. Straight up sending villagers over the whole map. I'm 100% sure why. It seems like Skull and Janik want to take this engagement here against Noto. Feels like Noto started this one off a bit better. Patrol working a bit against him now, but now he's taking back the hill advantage. Trying to snipe down the paladins would be a good option here, I would feel. I can see an X here. No idea why that. Maybe because he gets some raids in and he still has a horrible market here. But the most important thing is really how the Mangodites are doing now. Arrow is joining the fray as well, but a bit late, and after all the paladins died. Population's kind of stabilizing, but still heavily in favor here for our team from the Czech Republic. SOs, oh god. 4 to be out pretty soon. Skull dropping down to pop 140 here, after getting pushed by Straight Up. Janik now with some raids as well. Let's take a look. SO shots. He wants to see Noto come down. And he doesn't want to reveal the SO tech as well. Skull, he could just send like 15 Mangodites over there as well. Just be safe. Okay, maybe we go into the phase where trade is important, guys. Now over 1 hour in this very good game here on Golden Crater. Skull trying to take some more engagements. Is this a timing for the SO? Not really, but this is not a timing to take a fight as well. Noto now going for caravans. Oh god, and now the Eagle Warrior raids here against the gold spots in the back. And yeah, oh now they are coming over. Obviously Eagle Warrior is so good against all the trash push that Straight Dog was throwing at them. And the SO shots didn't do too much, we didn't miss that. And well, it's still Noto playing this so much better than Skull, I feel. But Noto dropping down to pop 120 as well. Arrow 180, Janik 180, and everyone else really struggling to keep up a high population. Trade amount 16 to 4, so both teams not really well set up in that regard. Whew. SO still could be so strong though. Does Skull have chemistry? Yes, he does. Obviously going for Mangodites, you want to have it. You can basically only skip chemistry if you go for Celts. It's the only tip, because like, well maybe, no, Koreans didn't want to, but bomber towers as well. Yeah, I believe only Celts can skip chemistry. I'm okay, KD. Well, minus 100 there. Won't increase that much. Horrible market so far. I'm okay as well. Only going for 2 markets there and then running away. Normally that would have been a spot where you go for 8 markets and just try to somehow get the trade running. But yeah, they're running out of all their gold spots now as well. Wouldn't be surprised to see a GG any moment now. They're still trying to push at the sides here, but that stopped now as well. Look at that, highest is Pop 130 against 2 guys who are maxed out. Skull still, well, at least if you look at him, he looks like he has a way higher population here as well. So having a solid amount of SO and going for a solid amount of Mangudais and going for SO. Now Town Patrol for Arrow, an upgrade that we don't see too often as well. But I'm okay's army, look at that, still not completely upgraded here. The Mangudais dying there are hurting them quite a bit. And this again is a game where we could have seen the GG a bit earlier. But Noto feels he still has a shot. He's at Pop 100, more Mangudais or more army than villagers at one point. But now increasing the boom. Some sling here from Arrow to Skull. Trying to get up to the better amount of trade cuts maybe with all his wood or Mangudais. Well, I'm okay. He should easily get cleared up by either some plums or some eagles as well. Are only now going for the last attack upgrade. Take a look. Does the Z still have a lot of gold? Well, some at least, but they're trying to expand towards the middle as well. So yeah, they need to start the trade as well. They have 31 compared to the 14. And the map is just still super open. Eagles can still raid everywhere. And yeah, just having 2 sneaky barracks there is just so brutal. And he can just place 5 Owlets as well in the trade, if there really was trade. But oh god, the GG moment should happen any moment here. Not really sure what they're waiting for. Probably Noto trying to still take a good fight with all his Mangudais. Maybe they feel like, okay, we can still control the middle here and... oh god, no caravans for Stray Dog as well. So yeah, they're so far away from having a solid trade. Maybe it takes one big SO shot against Noto to end the game. Or maybe one bad engagement, one bad patrol. Now the highest population is Noto with 98. The lowest on the other side is 130. Skull. And 2 players basically popular it. And indeed, GG without the big engagement. They have a big fighting spirit here, I have to say. HH of Yannick. And guys, 3-3 in the series. And we are going to game number 7. Something I did not expect after those very clean 3 first games. I would have thought, okay, the home map of China EMA should go in their favor. We have Crater Lake heavily going in their favor as well. But ZZ forming around Janik with solid performances out of Skull and Arrow here. Are taking it back and forcing it into game number 7, and I have to give them the big advantage here. Kitty, Arrow actually the most killing guy with his plumed archers. I'm okay with the triple fail castle there, throwing a lot for them. That wasn't great at all. No trade at all for the China guys. That's pretty brutal of them. And look at that, everyone above 20k, Noto at 20, and the others not combining 20. So feels like a solid 30k more of gold for the Czech team. And yeah, Janik going for solid villages. I'm okay, just scrapping down. Oof, what a very tough game. 3-0 turning into 3-3, guys. Call your grandma that they shouldn't miss this very good series here. Please watch this clip. Okay, So now you might hear some sounds that you aren't seeing, guys.
I think MBL is splitting his units up too much now. MBL's strength was... Oh! Oh! Oh, are you kidding me?
Okay, Jim Castle. Good one. Good one. Both grandmas are dead. Feels bad, man. Then call anyone else who thinks should watch this series. So super hungry. I will eat some. When the speculate starts, I will start with the hype song, guys. And then we go into game number 7 here in this very entertaining series. Yesterday, Japan A against Austria A was pretty good. What is the price pool for Silver League? Like a bit over 3k. I believe like 3.5k. Yeah. Anthems. I will play the anthem of the winner. So, talk to you in like 3 minutes. I really need a breath. Casting for 5 hours now, very intense. I have no idea how I will do with my 44-hour stream. Could be horrible! See you soon, guys. And yeah, I'm very excited to see how they will play this out here. Thanks for staying around. It's not pizza. It's bread rolled with vegan meat salad. And yeah, the other Chinese teams get way more. Like, I believe the last of the Gold League will get as much as the first of Silver League. And my 44-hour streams in 2 weeks. 21st and 22nd. Now this is funny because there's lettuce on it. Forget. Really weird. Oh, I actually can see it green. Okay. Looks weird.
Zonke. Zonke.
Okay guys, so we are now at game number 7, Silver League Finals. China EMA was leading 3-0 here, and we are seeing ZZ fight back big time. Typical civilizations that we could expect are Mayans, Chinese, Spanish. Some people try to squeeze in some Mongols in 4v4s, but that's very rare, I have to say. So what is good against Chinese and Mayans? A unit like Huskals, maybe. So why not go for the Goth, like Error is doing here? Because your enemy didn't pick Mayans or Chinese. What the F? And yeah, he went Goth and is now facing a Spanish guy. His Huskals won't do much against mass Mangudais with SO, and not a lot against Paladins or maybe even Elephants. So the Goth pick completely trying to outsmart the enemy, but that did not work out here for ZZ. And maybe they're throwing it because of the Civ choice. I don't think that was outsmarted, that was just pretty random. So no one picked Mayans, no one picked Chinese. We have double Spanish, double Mongols, and then Goth against Persians. What a weird time to be alive. Hey. Yeah, let's see how they will play this out. Very long gold here. Arrow will probably need to sell 100 wood. And yeah, let's see how he plays this out. Could be pretty tough against a Spanish player if he goes for some aggression. Ah, settings didn't allow Mayans in Chinese. Ah. No Mayans and Chinese. Ah. Okay. Well, then I don't get the Goth pick at all. Then it's so much worse. Ah. Well. But still. Why Goth? You always play against Spanish. Always against slow civilizations. It's only to counter Mongols, right? Maybe the Z didn't know the rules and just tried to outsmart as well. Thanks, chat. Thanks for pointing that out and helping me here. Ay. Okay. So then, luckily you're able to erase parts of your memory and just completely forget about my intro. But it's still Goth against Spanish here and pretty ugly. But I still feel like with those civs, like Goth are the best counter against Chinese and Mayans. And maybe Mongols. So I believe... Oh, arrow. 2 more hits. 1 more hit. Oh, golly. Okay, first blood. And I believe that makes Goth even weaker here. So weird. Organic, 1 extra TC, 2 extra TCs, early boss or pretty tough Chris timings by him. Like that a lot. I pick Goth for the walls. Probably. Where are the conquistadors? I'm okay, not really going for them at the moment. It was an arrow. Bull. Goth aren't banned, they're decent. But not against the civs that you're up against. Like, you know there will be at least 1 paladin civilization, most likely 2. I think, well, okay, well, that's something we will work with, and let's see. So Mongols obviously become a lot stronger since the 2 fastest civilizations are out. So I like that pick. But yeah, Goth is a civilization that can only play against the Mongols then. Well, we will see. Maybe they can prove me completely wrong. And yeah, the Goth spam wins all game. Uh-oh. But that's ugly now. Conquistadors coming over, and that will be at least 1 dead scout and 1 dead villager. At least that's what I'm expecting. And villager actually saved. That's only 1 dead scout. Was okay. Sonic now going force color, so expecting a lot of farms to get seeded now. And 37 villagers for him. Actually 38 leading here with the Mongols. Obviously no one having a real eco advantage here. Oh, King thinks better of it than being at the front. And well, that's pretty ugly now. Luckily Arrow is actually already on monastery and monks. I think I would have dropped the relic there and tried to go for the relic, for the convert. Dracont, yeah, you missed. Dracont, give me some intel now. What are the best 3 civilizations on Regicide Fortress when Mayans and Chinese are banned? Miguel can say the same. And you missed an arena game, which was pretty good for 40 minutes. Hey, Stray Dog actually even going for a camel here. What the? Okay. That's interesting. But it's just going down. Let's take a look. Nice quick wall here. And we'll get 1 convert. We'll get... Oh god, he converted both with the same. Oh god, had 2 monks and only got 1 convert. Saracens, Spanish, Mongols. Saracens aren't bad, yeah. Oh, they're slow, right? Well, Saracens would be horrible. Well, Goths would be horrible against Saracens as well, right? Oh. Well, not Error's game so far. At villager count, super even. Against 3 TCs now. Seeing a lot of more farms. Skull coming over, trying to clear up the Conquistador there. Vikings, Britain, Japanese. That's an interesting choice. Yeah, that played so nicely, but still, we are very long time still in this game to go. We still have Mongols, Janik, who played phenomenal on all the games before, on 40Cs, having the strongest boom of them all, already starting with the castle, obviously being at Regicide. We have Sage trade lines, and ZZ have proven to not be the greatest players in late Imperial Age here as well. And ZZ really good with that. So let's see, maybe Skull and Jenny can make enough happen so that Arrow, maybe with the big flood here with all his Harbidiers, can hold. Maybe he can go for like a ram, like Captain Ram Harbidier push against I'm okay, and he can catch him off guard. Okay, Skull now revenging for Arrow. Bam. Wow, surviving. Or not. Going for relics now, but relics heavily in favor here for that team actually. Like that's the furthest north. That's the closest to the China EMA team here. Ah, boom. A bit better for ZZ here. I'm okay. Didn't really get enough damage done as it seems. He's behind 10 villagers. We forced some Kongs out of Skull. Janik slightly ahead. Arrow, Skull going with a very late wheelbarrow here. I want to do a wheelbarrow when you're in your 70s. The villagers. Okay, obviously now a small phase where we won't see too much action, and then when it hits like the 25-minute, 26-minute mark, we will see non-stop action till the end of the game. Stray Dog is up, Janik is up, so Janik playing incredible here. Mongols, normally a civilization that is pretty slow, but he's still getting everything done. Let's take a look, Monks. Oh god, why didn't he click over here? Could have went for so many sneaky converts. That should be one, right? Yeah. Could maybe go the other two as well. Nice micro here. Maybe this one can get one, not something sure why he's going outside there, and yeah, he gets one. Okay. Not just getting his castle up, so that's safe now. And basically everyone up except the two players that are showing us the most action so far. Arrow and I'm okay. Who is now going for the Siege Workshop and clicked MPLH as well. Trade won't be too great. Going through Skull space here, he needs to delete a lot of walls, a lot of buildings, so that won't block each other too much. Not the greatest market positionings here as well, but still so much free ground in the back here. That's just very nice for them. Now pulling all the villagers away. +1 defense research now for Arrow. Zanik. Second castle for him. We see Noto with 2 castles. The rest obviously will go for knights for now. We'll see. I'm okay. Well, he's pushing into the main gold spots here. Arrow, the faraway mining camp here. We have seen very horrible mining camps of him a lot this day. Not going for that gold as well. Wong pretty much exposed. And I'm okay. 3 going for the aggression here. Feels like it will be a 2v2 on the left hand side and a 1v1 at the right hand side. But Skull can obviously come over at any times. The left hand side. And then the big question is what's better? Probably Mongol's flank is a bit better than the Paladin flank. Because you can reinforce more, can build SO better, and yeah, can fall back to your castles more nicely. Paladins can slump over everywhere to help out. Oh, I'm okay. Well, pretty strong push. Pikeman upgrade finally. He has enough gold or resources in general to go for Halberdiers. But next aggressive castle, and I'm okay. He will push, and this will be tough for the Ghost player. Maybe more monks could have been an option as well. But he will just try to rush with Halberdiers. Otherwise I didn't feel like playing in this Nations Cup. Okay, Noto, where's his army? He's only at 12 military at the moment. Oh, that's over here. Okay, makes sense. That's pretty nice. Look at that triple now against the Ghost player. You cannot really re-wall there. And now here even getting housed heavily. Trying to get more and more houses up here. But yeah, the ram push continues. Maybe some over here. Would be pretty deadly for him. Skull, now the first one to check Paladins. Shaydog went for a bit more Cavaliers early on. And Stray Dog in a bit of trouble. Needs a lot of help from Noto there against Janik pretty soon. Skull now sending army over. A lot of barracks going down. And they see what Arrow is attacking. 108 villages for him. I'm okay. He needs to keep up his production. Now going for handcards. Stray Dog following with the Paladin upgrade as well. Let's take a look. Are they trying to take a big engagement over here? Not for now. Stray Dog needs to fall back. Will lose one of his gold spots. Will have 2 gold spots in the back though. And can start the trade pretty soon. Okay, let's take a look. Skull. Is he taking the engagement just shortly before reaching Paladin upgrade? Seems like yes, but now retreating a bit. Monks getting shredded by the Mangle. Did he even get a single convert there again? Looks like no. Okay, so it's still Janik he needs to carry. Point super close. Now running around, we'll try to snipe some villagers. Actually, the tower killing the main guy. Oh, and now the big push here, and that means I'm okay needs to run. No siege out though. And Arrow, he has a pretty solid food eco as it seems. 113 villagers here. can maybe go for the nice push. I'm okay. Still no lead conks. His boom behind was not very good. Look at that. A lot of idle villagers here as well. His macro not on point as it seems. Janik now, let's take a look. Nice positioning for him. Maybe shouldn't clump up too much more. Straight up, his paladins are closing down. Noto is coming over, and this looks like this castle will not go up. At least not in the first attempt. And the big question is, do they still have enough gold? Because trade didn't start yet for the China EMA team. 31 minutes here in game number 7, and that's a lot of Mangudais going down for Janik. He's dropping to only 25 military at the moment, and that will even go down further and further. We see I'm okay. Now Elite Conquistadors trying to regroup, and he's facing a lot of Paladins and Halberdiers. And now Janik could lose maybe his first castle over here. He was up to 4 at one point, was trying to go to 5, but will now probably drop down to 3 first. Trying to go for some more random walls over everything here. Straydog still missing the last attack upgrade, now going for caravans, and they're starting to trade. Could have been maybe even a bit earlier if you ask me. Knocking down that one trap, trying to go for more Mangudais. And yeah, he will drop down to 3 castles, but will very quickly go up to 4 again. Oh, nice micro here. Going back with the frontal Mangudais, and now I believe that's the time where Straydog should retreat. Maybe wait for Noto as well. Anarchy now for Arrow. He wants to go for the full production. He could obviously just build some barracks over here and go for the better spam. I'm okay just staying on Conquistadors here. That's a nice, very close or tight area here to fight on. But, well, he's playing 2v1 for quite some time now. Traps. Oh, and Noto's now coming over, and that's a strong army here. And now we can see how Arrow will try to fight this off. His KD at the moment 13 to 60. Oh, Mangudai squeezing in, but maybe a bit too far if you ask me. Over here, finally, Skull is over with all the mass Mangudai, all the Paladins as well. So now it's a real 2v2 over here. And let's take a look what Noto can do. If he can push together with I'm okay. Some units actually squeezed around. Trade amount is 20-8. So both teams not very big here. Noto losing a lot of his Mangudais, overextending a bit. I would love to see I'm okay to go for some Paladins here at the front as well. At the same time, we have a big engagement here over at the left-hand side. Janik just playing this beautifully. Already has 100 kills here, and that's mainly Paladins and Mangudais as well. So he is really killing quite a bit. This castle will probably go down, though. Well, one more hit needed, and he saves it with 100 HP left. What a beautiful move here of Janik, saving this castle there in the last moment. So many villagers repairing, and yeah, there's another trap, but still, Janik will save this one. And at the same time, no buffer against Arrow, and he's pushing this back. See that in a controlling position now. Janik playing this beautifully here. Did fight 2v1 for such a long time. Noto trying to build a castle over here. That's not the most clever one, I have to say. Both Mangudai players still not going for any SO tech so far. Trying to kill the walls. We'll lose some Mangudais in exchange. Right-clicking them. Oh boy, and he lost like 6 Mangudais there before he really took an engagement. Paladins now. Does he maybe want to open this area instead of sending them in one by one? Could be a better option, but maybe wants to retreat and wall after this behind anyways. On his attack now for Janik, so he's the first one who really knows what's up and what he needs to go for. And that's what we said several times. The in-play of the China EMA guys, maybe not on the top level like their performance in feudal ages and castle ages, if you compare it with the very, very best teams in the world, which we're seeing here. Bad move by Janik. Well, he lost like 6 Mango Dice too much, but then still retreated. He's at pop 1 at an 80, taking 4 onagers, so it's all okay. I'm okay. Now going for siege rams as well. China, EMA, always trading too late. Well, yeah, they're only at 15. On the other side, we see 17 more for Skull. Or the whole Z team, 17 more. Arrow, pop cap, 210. His KD 27 to 82, but maybe he can just outspam. He has 65 military. Maybe he can go for it. Well, they're the 9th and best team in the world, so why wouldn't you compare them? Why is Persian KD so bad? Well, he lost a lot of villagers, and then he fought against Mango Dice. So that's sometimes, yeah, not the greatest spot to be in. China doesn't trade, they copy and sell. That was creative, man.
Bereiter.
Military count 60, 40, 40. On the other side, I'm okay on year 26. Not over the highest amount of army here. But still looking better, a bit better for this is that team. Pretty long pause here. Maybe strategy discussion. Heise. Can't you say anything else? Oh, didn't know that. Interesting. Didn't know that.
Bereiter. Bereiter. Bereiter.
Okay, let's jump back into the game. And okay, so now Noto is retreating here together with Stray Dog. At the same time, I believe Noto and I'm okay, they need to fall back a bit more. Maybe they need some onager support as well here. And maybe the Cham tech would obviously would be super weird, but okay. And this, oh, he's going for hand cannoneers now. That's weird. And paladins, obviously. Like, that would be the great army composition here. Paladins against the Huskulls. Conquistadors against both. And but now Arrows pushing in, and those Mango Dice are trapped. I'm okay, not fighting for quite some time here. They're going back Noto, only now going for heavy blow. Actually an upgrade that he doesn't really need anymore. He shouldn't have any farmers. Well, maybe he needs to attack the SO first. But now military count. Look at that. Everyone 53 here for the ZZ guys. On the other side we have I'm okay, still with a very poor performance here, I have to say. Well, he had one nice push, so his strategy decision was quite fine. Now going for halberdiers himself? What the F? Oh man. 29 trade only for them. Janik now attacking to SO. Some 80 HP villagers in this one wouldn't hurt, but no upgrade on them so far. Oh boy, and now finally Arrow is getting some kills in. 40 to 140, so. Take a look on the other side. I think we didn't see a big engagement, right? No, and Noto is going over. Maybe some patterns and try to go into the trade is always an option in those games. Mangaroids won't perform too well against the Huskals. Maybe sling a bit more onto I'm okay, who's still not pop limit. Just think about it. We are playing Regicide 40 minutes. He probably didn't lose a single villager at the first 30 minutes. And still not having enough eco and enough military there to be maxed out. Look at that. Still missing a lot of upgrades as well. Mass, Mangrai, Skull not was trying to push in the middle here. Those are two very aggressive castles, especially without any upgrades. I don't see any stables over from Stray Dog as well. And those SOs are doing so much damage here. Stray Dog absolutely cannot take this fight here. Now trying to put some traps up here to snipe some of the Mangodites and SO. That's a nice move, but Stray Dog is heavily, being outmassed here as well. Because Noto is just having way too much army here in the middle. We can now see Skull coming over, taking a look at the pushback. I'm okay actually has now suddenly the perfect army against the double here of Skull. And I believe Skull maybe even needs to retreat. At the same time, fighting against the Huskals is not really an option. The push at the top, well, the trap's actually doing quite a nice job. We didn't see a single bomber tower this far. Maybe just ground attacking this area could be an option for Stray Dog as well. Check look, Halberdiers, I'm okay, going for more of the upgrades here. And Skull sees, okay, I cannot really take this. Let's try to find an angle somewhere else. And those paladins, they cannot really take any engagements either. Noto simply missing the SOs here. So weird that he isn't having that upgrade attack. Oh god, and now the big engagement here. Error is completely somewhere else, but now we can see the attack here, sniping the SO down quite nicely, only one left. Paladin still closing down, traps helping from behind, and Noto, he did quite some damage here, and they're pushing Janik back at the same time. Noto is playing this very nicely when it comes to the Mangrai control. I'm okay, not so great here. Halberdier attack, I have no idea why he is going for that. Hand cannon here now there as well, as if he's never heard from Paladins and Conquistadors. Bomber towers, that's why bomber towers could do so much more as well. He needs to go onto that stone here at the front. At the same time, Noto, can he find an engagement somewhere? He's at 80 army at the moment. That's close to Tim's style. And Stray Dog can snipe that down. And suddenly, they are pushing against Janik because Skull is helping at the other side. I'm okay, dropping down to pop 150. All the ZZ guys still roughly pop limit. Let's take a look. Those Mangodites, can they maybe find a sweet spot? Doesn't look like it. Maybe this isn't walled. Then they can squeeze through. Seems like he's going back though. Oh, going back with the monk. Trying to go into a back tower. Fortified wall now for green as well. Trying to clear up more of the area is Janik. Same time, the weirdest spam ever. Spanish against both going Halberdiers in a Regicide Fortress 3v3 game where everyone has trade. Interesting. Noto, he's still refusing to go for SO. That's so weird. I believe they can take this engagement here. And maybe, if this game goes even longer, get Stray Dog to War Elephants as well. Elite War Elephants should be something that Skull and Janik cannot really answer. If they can get onto big masses, but big shots first against all those Paladins here. And look at that, Paladins even going down here. Just because of all this. So let's take a look what is going on here. Oh, some Huskar ratings. And it's just simply I'm okay throwing this game so heavily here. So shots again, pretty big. Now trying to go over this. The Mangodites trying to out micro the SO though. And sniping them down quite nicely, but getting big hits here. And Janik is playing this so beautifully. Having close to it too. against 1 KD, something that Noto actually has, so quite nice stuff for him. Only Stray Dog having the worst KD here, fighting against Mangudai is obviously pretty tough. You need to run, you need to snipe traps, you need to snipe SO, and then need to reproduce again. Okay, now let's take a look what can IMK do, but he won't have the greatest team composition army as well. Every time that arrow could die, which shouldn't happen because now he's pushing in the middle, we can just see Skull sending over quite a bit, and he would be in the best of positions. Janik pushing this, and it feels like ZZ is doing this so nicely. Obviously one of the better maps for them. Orange attack finally for the Mongols player from China EMA. He's having a lot of Mangudais, maybe trying to go for the king kill, or maybe trying to go for... Oh, Skull's actually open. I think this could be a spot where you just go for a king kill and try to end the game this way, but very unlikely to see that happening. I spotted that quite early, and indeed they are trying to reveal the position of the kings. I believe it's 2 in here and 1 was over here or something. Yeah, so I saw it correctly on the minimap. The push is pretty big. Noto dropping heavily in villager count and military count, looking not very nice for him. At the same time, Stray Dog is losing most of his base. If this attack isn't getting a king kill, I believe they could lose this whole game. And therefore, only, quote unquote, finishing 10th place in this SY Nations Cup 2017. Now sending more and more Mangudais. They're trying to take a good engagement. Stray Dog there as well. They are trying to go for the king kills. Where are they now? Skull trying to move them over. And let's take a look. 1 at least is in here. No idea where the King of Arrow is. Oh, this could be a king kill over here though for Noto. Oh, pretty interesting stuff. And now trying to reveal again. Oh god, I missed it. So tough for me to say. Okay, another king in there. So those are the 2 kings, and 1 is probably over here of Janik. But they're pretty far away. And they're trying to go for the king kills. I love this. And they're trying to make this a real game of maybe... But even it feels like at this point, if they lose all their army as well, maybe even a 3v2 can be won. As you can see, they aren't trying to go for the trade. They aren't trying to go for the villager kills. They are going for the king snipes. And this king is now running to the north. And Janik said, just come over here. And as you can see, the king in this castle, 6.4k HP. Seems to be pretty fine as well, because there's no firepower here to really kill those kings. Now revealing the position as well. No Mangudais over here. King. Well, it's GG, guys. Architecture for Skull as well. Stray Dog is defeated. We completely missed that, but that won't be important. And yeah, they are now going for the trade kill, but that doesn't really matter. And GG! ZZ finishing 9th place here in the SY Nations Cup 2017, getting a solid amount of money here. I believe it's over $800, and saving this kill, this king here, and killing all the army at the end. Populations weren't really pretty, but they tried to go into... Yeah, they tried to force the king snipes, obviously, but needed to get at least 2 kills here. It felt like I felt even if they kill Skull now, Janik can still win. Like honestly, look at the populations. I believe even if Skull and Arrow lost both their kings, Janik could have maybe won the 3v1. What a great series, guys! I absolutely enjoyed what we saw here today. 3-1 lead for China EMA. Still good maps for them to come. Still their home map to come. And Golden Crater, which is a great map for them to come. And they still managed to throw it. Or better to say, ZZ managed to pull it back and take it to the 4th 3. So that will be it for me. I will take a quick look at nearly gold.